Hello and welcome back. So last time we set up low density structures, which are here. And off camera, I did a little bit of snagging and set up a bunch of trains. So we have 2 incoming trains for plastic, 2 for copper, and 2 for steel. The steel trains are down at the steel works here, filling up, because steel takes a while to smelt. But all the lights are green. We've fixed a couple of signalling issues here. There was a little bit of stuff not quite lined up. And then, so this is the other steel train for low density structures. Yeah. Yes, this is all working. There's currently nothing consuming low density structures, but that's fine. So, so steel burns through plates at about 1/5 of the speed or 1/6 of the speed they're made. So if we were to consume the whole of this site with one of these, we'd need a bit more than one site to do it. You can see this is now working, all the lights are green. This plates train is being filled up. This is the plates to steel. So obviously that will come in and come in here behind this one. This one's unloading very slowly. So anyway, that all seems to be working. I'm pretty sure as soon as we start pulling on this system that we'll discover we're missing a lot of trains, and also very quickly realize that the individual smelters don't have the capacity to support everything downstream, and we'll have to start putting in extra smelters. But in the meantime, look at that beautiful, beautiful rail magic. Now, I think there are some debug settings. Right, so let's have a look on basic. Show blah, blah, blah. What I want is the one that shows paths, crest, waypoint. Is that the one? I'm trying to find. Nope. Don't need braking distance, signals. I'm trying to find the one that shows trying to find the one that shows the state of the rail network live. Okay, well, oh, that's pretty nasty. Cool. I think that's going to get annoying. Right, what else do we have? Rail paths, rail connections. We don't need the connections. So I do want to show the rail signals. And I thought there was... Yeah, I thought there was an option to get the signals viewed on the map view that way. But obviously there are some signals now showing up as blue dots, but their status isn't being shown. Oh well, I'll have a look at that some other time. Okay, what we're going to do here is build rocket fuel. We've got a nice icon there to remind us. So this is going to be the rocket fuel site. So we have set up a packs called solid fuel packs, which is misnamed. Okay, now rocket fuel is made from solid fuel. Solid fuel is made from one of the fluids. You can choose a fluid. The one we're going to use is light oil because that's the one that's most efficient. However, while the light oil is used both for making fuel and for cracking, the solid fuel in this setup is only going to be used for making rocket fuel. We're not taking it off somewhere else and using it as an intermediate for any other processes. so I don't want to waste a train and a whole site just making solid fuel. So this is going to be combined solid and rocket fuel site. And I've got a feeling that's going to make this an entertaining build. And the reason being, let's show you this as is. Okay. The first thing that's entertaining, let's take 2 stacks of those. Let's take quite a few of those. And then lots of beacons. Okay. Put 1 stack of beacons back so I have a bit of room in my inventory. Right. So, the first thing is the solid fuel is made by one of these solid fuel recipes. Light oil takes 10 units of light to make a solid fuel. This takes 20 of petroleum and 20 of heavy, right? So it's best to use the light oil. Okay, so that's the light oil. That's going to take in 10 units of light, put out 1 brick, and it's going to do that in 3 seconds. Okay. This is going to make rocket fuel. It's going to take in a solid fuel brick, and it's going to take in 10 of them, run for 30 seconds. So it was 1 in 3, this is 10 in 30. So it's a 10 times compression. Okay, so already, you know, by doing this on a single site, we are cutting down the amount of train traffic by roughly a factor of 10, or 10 out of 11 or something like that. So just to convince ourselves that we can add up, that 3 in 10 versus 30, yeah, so this is a 0 here. There's 0 net machines. Everything balances out. And this single pair of machines with no mods would produce 0.02 stack filter inserters worth of material, would produce 0.047, let's do items per minute, so 2.5 rocket fuel a minute off this single pair of machines. Okay, obviously we're going to productivity this as far as possible, and this is part of where the entertainment comes. This is a chemical plant. It can only take 3 prop mods. This is a tier 3 assembler. It takes 4. So the other thing is the right, where are we? Yeah, so the crafting speeds are now out of whack because there's an extra module in here compared to here, and then the amount of material produced is out of whack because there's more productivity in here than here. So if we ask what's our ratios now, we have 0.44 extra solid machines compared to the rocket fuel, and we are producing 1.4 items a minute. Okay, but obviously because we have 1.44, we could put down another assembler. Thank you. So let's see if we can find a blueprint. We need that one, that one, that one. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. And that. Get rid of that. And that. Okay. So this is our our solid fuel. Okay, this is our rocket fuel. So we need a blueprint for that. Okay, so we currently have an excess of 0.44 of the solid machines. Now let's ask it. Now we have a very small deficit of solid machines. So we could try putting down 1 of each. There's probably people out there screaming at me saying do the maths, but I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to do it by putting down the machines and asking max rate calculator. Once I can put them down in a straight line, Okay. So we are in credit now, but not by as much as we were before. So that's nibbled away at our credit. So let's put down another one of these. So let's put down 2 of these because we know that we were already in credit. Okay, now we are still in credit, so we could put down another assembler. We know this is going to drive it out of even. Yeah, so that's minus 3.5. Remember, it was originally 4 in credit, so okay. So that is net machines of 0.084. So that's pretty close to ratio. So that's 4 versus 7. Okay, all our fluids are carted around on 8 wagons. So let's double up this. Great. Let's double up this. Right, so how are we doing here? So we have 0.168 machines in hand. That's not going to be enough, I don't think, to put down 1 extra of this. Let's try it and see if we go into negative numbers. Yeah, we're going quite significantly into negative numbers. It's minus 392. Take that back out. Just double check we didn't miss something. Right, 0.16. So we are just about in credit there. So remember, we have 8 machines, 1 being fed from each wagon coming in. Okay, so what next? So our builds tend to be 13 units wide. However, we may need to juggle things around. So we're going to have 8 coming in for the fluids. Clearly, we don't have a row of 8 here. We have, so we could do it as an 8 and a 6. But we could also, perhaps we could make use of a 12. I want to make this build bigger if I can, because, well, it can only be 3 items deep, if you see what I mean. So we could have the first 8, then the second 8. But then I would need 14 and 14 to make that up. Right, so where are we? Here. So we've got 14 now. But that's kind of no good to me. So that's our 14. Right, let's put down the other 14. And then what we're going to do is shuffle them around to see if we can make 3 rows. Alright, take some more of those. I'm going to need, whoops, wrong train. Another stack of chem plants. There we are. Okay, so I think that's our approximately ratioed build. Okay, so we have actually managed to acquire nearly 1 extra machine here. Let's put it down. See if we go in negative. Yes, we do. Okay, so that end one can't be supported. Right. So what I want to do is try and arrange this. So these 8 have to be there because the 8 fluid wagons come in. But I then need to arrange it so that they are within a 3-row build, and they're currently in a 4-row build. So these are the extra ones I have. And it's a question of how I fit those in. Well, I've got all these extra ones as well. Right, let's start off. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 overhanging, 6 on each side, 12 in total. And I have 3 rows, so that would be 4, 8, 12. Is that right? So if I took these 4, put them there. All right, let's rip those 4 up. So let's take those 4 on the other side, rip those 4 up. Okay, take another 4. Rip those 4 up. Okay, and then another 4. Rip the last 4 up. So 2 from there, 2 from there. And that's not quite balanced off, is it? All right. So I have 3 here. I could pull up those 3 and put them 1, 2, 3. Let's do that. So, right, let's pull up these top 2. So that's 1, 2. Okay, I could pull up that one and that one. That would give me there and there. That's a pretty wobbly build, isn't it? I could just lose 2 machines, but then I've got quite a large excess of solid making machines then. Right, so how many do we now have widthwise? That's 16, which is quite a bit more than my normal 13. And I don't know if it will physically fit within that range, to be honest. But let's see what the production is for that. Let's double check that we haven't lost any machines in the moving. Okay, so that's 0.336, which is what we had before. That's producing 39.2 a second, and that's without any beacons. Okay. The whole of the center of the build is full of rail tracks, so there's nowhere that I can squeeze in the extra 2 machines in the middle. So I think that is the best we can do. It's a slightly odd build because the highest volume things is going to be the solid fuel by a factor of 10. So I really want to place the solid fuel as close as I can to the drone ports. So if we did that, we would really want the long row to be that side. Yeah. And this whole thing would be flipped. Well, this would be the inside of the track, if you see what I mean, because the drone ports would be on the inside. Then these take in lots of material, but have about a 1/10 of the material to send back. These would then send it back to the train in the middle. The issue with doing that is how to get the how to get the light oil in. The light oil is going to have to come from the outside of the tracks. And we won't know till we prod mod this up, till we speed beacon this up, just how much light oil is needed. So that's the next thing to do, isn't it? So that's our build in schematic. So now we need a build with beacons. Okay, and this time let's try and do it up the right way. So there we are. We then grab our trusty beacon. Let's start with one of those, because this is going to be the painful one. Right. Okay, so I think we're going to be bringing 8 lines of fluids down. So I need some pipe for that. Great. So let's pick up 50 of those, 100 of those, and that is filling up my free slot. Get rid of it. Okay, so let's put the pipe so it overhangs downwards, because we're going to have to do chests coming from this side. Okay, so this is going to provide, is that the right way around actually? No, this is one of those weird ones because it doesn't have a chest input, we only have a chest provide. So we want it to provide up. Okay. This is a very weird build. Okay, so then we can put in the beacons around that. Okay, now I've got a feeling we're going to be scuppered for spacing. All right, maybe this will help. Okay, so that's our 12 beaconed, let's just check, yeah, they all hit. Okay, so that's 12 beacons. I can now redo the solid blueprint with the beacons. We'll think about power poles in a minute. All right, so change that icon back. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then I'll do the others in a minute. So the idea then would be you'd have one of those at the back. Yep. So we do 8 and 8. Then we need to fit these builds in. Now, these form a nice rectangle. So as long as these fit within the spacing, they can do whatever they want with their beacons. Let's put that down. Okay, and then this one is a bit different. So this one we want the boxes below. Like that. Okay. And we may be able to squeeze in a tight packed set of beacons. Okay, so let's grab that as our rocket fuel blueprint. Okay, so they line up there, you see, so we can fit those in along there. The difficulty comes for the ones lining up on the edge of these, but the ones up here are fine. So we'll check that we can fit everything in. Let's just read the numbers. So I need 2 lots of 8 of these. Then I need the loads and loads of those. Okay, how many is it? 28 of those. Well, the 8 and 8 is easy to remember, so let's take those out. Okay, and this is an easy thing to move with a blueprint. Okay. The fluids will be coming from somewhere. Maybe I can't do this close packing because maybe I will have to push the fluids through, at least for the middle machines. Okay, so this is a block of 4. I need a block of 8 and I've run out of room. So that's a block of 6, 8. There we are. Okay. So if I took this and just ran it as right across from the middle. Yeah, that's the middle, isn't it? Okay. Okay, so that's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Double check that. 12. Okay, so that's got rid of 4 of my problems already. And I need 22, is it? 28. I don't know if we're going to manage to fit this all in. Okay, so we could 13, 14, 15. So then we'd have 16, 17, 18 on the other side. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So that would give us our build. But let's grab the whole of this as it is currently. All right, that's without the extras. So we're already getting towards the size that we have space to play with. If I... and it goes that way round. Ah, but then, yeah, we can't get our pipes out, can we? Okay, so it's starting to look like we do genuinely need two builds. A solid build and a... So perhaps we put all the solid fuel making one side, rather than trying to mix it in with the rocket fuel. So I could put... The thing is, we're going to need roboports around here because the reason being that these are the things which do... Actually, all the traffic is from here to these. So maybe we can put the drone ports this side. Okay, so then these could go on the outside. Then we can bring the fluids in with a train on the outside. We still don't really have enough room. Yeah, I kind of designed it to be this way so that because of the way around the chests are, we can swap the chest directions and everything around. That's not a problem. Okay, so that would touch. That would work. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. If I could do 14, that's half of what I need. Alright, let's get rid of these ones. I think they complicate things. To get from 12 to 28, I need another 16. And that's more than one full row at this size. Okay. What if I had... The build at the moment is 16 chemical plants to 28 of those. So that's 8 to 14. So we could add a third. We could add a third one of these machines. Okay, so let's take that away. There we go. All right. So this side then purely does solid fuel. And that would be half our build. We would get rid of these pipes. Okay, so that would be half our build. So we have 24 chem plants there. So let's grab some extra chem plants. beacons and actually build that. Where are we? Okay, out of red boxes. Okay, so that's half a build. That's just your, so 8, 16, 24 solid fuel makers. So 14, 28, 42, is that right? Yeah, I think it is. So yeah, 42 it says. That's good. So can we build 42 of these within the relevant space? And I think the answer is, of course we can, because we have the normal 13 wide one would give us 13, 26, 39, 40, 41, 42. That's just 3 extras, so that'll be 14 in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, and let's count those just to make sure I counted to 14. Yeah, that is 14. Okay, so 3 rows like that would be a match. Now, if I take a blueprint of this, this does fit, does physically fit. So I think that's our build. So it's 3 of these and that. Okay, that took a lot of working out. Right, so the first thing is let's rip up this. There we go. Okay, so where's the fluid going to come in, and where are the useful things going to go out again? All right, let's tidy this up. So let's take this line out. It's from a fluid build. This was the line that brought in the logistics. Okay. I'm just going to take these out because I don't know if they're where I want them. Brilliant. Okay, so well, let's start with the easy stuff. We're going to have some drone ports. We're going to have this build. This build needs powering. Oh, that's handy. Okay. That whining noise you can hear is my pet cat. Makes a change. Whining noises in this house are normally children. So that's now wired. Take that. And where is the middle signal? I've got a feeling that's the middle signal. So that's what our beacon should line up on. Except we need room for drone ports. Okay, and we also need room for inserters. So there's going to be something like this going on. Okay, which means then there's something like that, which means that this gets lined up. No, you did it the wrong way. Something like that. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, let's grab all this. Great. Okay, let's grab some more beacons. And more speed modules. Do the beacons first. Okay, is that a full set of beacons? Yeah, it is. We're going to need 3 of these, but that's not a worry right now. Okay. Don't know why I put any back. That was ridiculous. Let's try again. Okay. Yep. Can't get in. Well, I don't need that steel. There we go. Okay, awesome. So I now need this build 3 times here. And again, we need to make room for drone ports. However, I don't think there's going to be anything happening because this is a pickup only type design. I think we just need that. Yeah, I think that's all we need. So, don't need that blueprint or that one. Yeah, I don't trust any of those. Let's grab this. Okay. So I need 3 of these here. And again, it needs to be centered. But this time we're centering on chests. I can go. This can all go. Okay, so I need 3 of these. We decided this was the middle. So this is where my middle chest should be. One, 2, 3. Okay. My construction bots have managed to confuse themselves. That's better. They managed to deadlock themselves. What I haven't done is powered this up. We'll have to figure that out in a minute. It's going to be poles, I think. Okay, so this is going to have less output than the low density structures build. The reason being, let's change suit. Okay, the reason being we're only building on half the build. However, we do have more machines in the half, so it's not going to be completely disastrous. Okay. And then let's have a look in a moment what we're out of. Everything. Do we have any assembly? Yeah, we have assembly machines left. So beacons and modules. Right, let's start with beacons. Okay, I don't need those anymore. I don't need those anymore, which means I can pick up some prod mods and more beacons. That is a beautiful sight. Okay, all those beacons are gone. I wish beacons stacked higher. That would be a good thing. Okay, I think I've used all the beacons from, yeah. So let's grab these. And is that it? I think that is it. Oh, we have a couple of flashing lights. Oh, we don't, red boxes. Missing a handful of red boxes. I have beacons and all the modules in hand as I do stack inserters. So that's a pretty solid sign that everything's fine. Okay. So then let's get this powered. Come on. Okay. Okay, and the same here. Whoops. one I'm going to place carefully in line. I don't need to, but it'll look a lot neater from that view. Okay. Then we have the... Right, that's not even vaguely centered, is it? What's going on here? So this is our 8 line. We've got 2 above and essentially none below. So let's take a blueprint of the whole of this with its power poles and everything. Right. This should have been 1 lower. Right. So if we put in the extra stuff, then we rip up 1 off the top. Good, and then we've got some boxes that can go. Okay, that looks more centered. So then we can work out where these need to go to give us complete logi coverage. And that would be to there. And then on this side to there. Okay, so we're going to get a bonus tile one side or the other. I think the neat place to have the bonus tile is here because the inserters are 1 below there. If I was like properly insane, I would have half the build with the bonus chest pointing to the left and half to the right. Okay, how's that? That goes several tiles too high. That goes exactly down. So I think I've done exactly the wrong thing there. Let's pull those up by drone. Okay, so that's covered. That's down far too far. Maybe I'm spending too much time on this. Maybe there is no good solution. Okay, so that's 1 tile too far up. That's 1 tile too far down. I'm calling that even. Okay, we'll do the same this side for neatness. Great. Okay, so what does this site make? If everything works swimmingly, this produces 5k, or sorry, 0.94k of rocket fuel. So this is not quite a large enough build for a 1,000 a minute mega base. But I don't think we can do any better in this format. So we're going to end up with a number of these modules, and that's just the way it's going to be. I haven't done anything to bring in logistics. I think the obvious place is here because there's all this space which is within logistics range. Yeah, you've got all this space to play with, so you can even go further out there. Okay, and then you can offload. Well, I don't know why you'd go extra far out, but I'm just saying. So there is probably where you want to be. Okay, so this line can be pulled up. I wish there was a better way to pull up those single squares on corners. Okay, so this is our logistics, and then that's going to join in with the fluids line that brings in the heavy oil. Similar thing over here. Okay, let's pull that up. Okay, and then we'll have to put down some arrangements of pumps and pipes here to make all this work. But I'm going to call that a day. I think we've worked on this long enough. Next time we'll come back and we will complete this site and online it. And then that's one more of the rocket components done. The final rocket component is the rocket control units, and that requires speed modules. So the module we will do after this one is the speed modules. They require a lot of circuits, so they don't really count, by our reckoning, as a high volume bus item, which would have gone in this area, but they do consume quite a large number of items, so they're going to be the first build coming off the side here. In the meantime, I'm going to send off a load of bot landfill jobs to start cleaning all this up. And actually I need to make a choice as to whether we are going to take the rest of the bus upwards or across. And that will dictate whether we place speed modules in a module here or in a module here. Okay, because thinking about it, we need another 6 builds for the 6 sciences. We need another 1 or 2 builds for the rocket components. Then we need a rocket launching build. So that, yeah, that's another 10 of these modules or so. I haven't actually counted them. And we can only fit 5 going upwards. So I think we're going to have to turn the corner next. Yeah, anyway, that's the decision for next time. Anyway, I'm going to end here. Next time we will definitely get this completed. Till then, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I will see you again soon.